Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to, I believe, Chris on Recap 13. So as usual, I'm going to be slinging just random shit out that I've been thinking about. This episode is probably a bit more, I always say this, but a bit more unorganized than the rest, because there's not really anything opinionated I really have to talk about, although as I talk that could change, because the way my mind works is the more I talk about something, the more I can talk about it. Like, I didn't expect to say what I'm saying right now, like 30 seconds ago before I started recording this. I'm just talking now. Maybe that's a trait, maybe that's insanity, I don't know. But anyway, I am currently reined into my house. I'm trapped by the rain. It's not holding me hostage because I like it, but it is preventing me from running, so I'm kind of trying to wait it out. But as it's 8:30 and already dark outside, I feel like my time is slowly running out of can I run today? Because usually I would ignore the rain, but it's raining pretty hard. But anyway, while I'm waiting for the rain to pass by, as you may notice by the nice picture we have here, I was going to say thumbnail, we have to talk about some stuff that's coming up. Now, I say this is the recap, but realistically, this is I'm going to talk about whatever the fuck I want and hopefully not care on how bad it comes out, even though that's not always true. So, we've got a pretty busy schedule ahead of us, and I want to lay that out for my non-existent audience. Even if there is an audience, I apologize that I called you non-existent, but let's be honest here, no one watches these shits. That's actually an audience member. But anyway, my own insanity aside, tomorrow, Thursday, the 25th of March, the Risk of Rain 2 update comes out. Now, I'm not only going to talk about Risk of Rain 2 in this video, so if you for some reason hate Risk of Rain 2, don't worry. We also have Binding of Isaac. It's going to be a roguelike video. But anyway, the Risk of Rain 2 update comes out tomorrow, and I kind of want to give, I guess my opinions. I said this wasn't opinionated, but again, I lied. This is going to be a whole shit show of me lying. But that's okay. So, the anniversary update comes out tomorrow. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar with everything, let me start at the very beginning. I am a huge, huge fan of roguelikes. I absolutely adore and love the roguelike genre. Now, I feel as if the roguelike genre has branched out into different things. You have roguelikes like Isaac and Risk of Rain 2 and Risk of Rain 1, in my opinion, where you can infinite stack items, and, there's an ending to the game, especially for Isaac and now Risk of Rain since they added it. You can end the game eventually, but for Isaac, if you're smart enough, and for Risk of Rain 2, if you want to, you can keep going in the games forever. Now, I'm not going to get into too specifics because, again, my non-existent audience isn't really familiar, or at least I'm thinking, they're not really familiar with how Isaac works and its intricacies, or Risk of Rain 2. But in general, I really do like them, and they're infinite, and the thing I love most about them is you can infinitely stack items and get ridiculously powerful in these games. You start off, I would say, reasonably strong, if not maybe a little weak, depending on which character you play. But in general, the thing that draws me to both these roguelikes is you get absolutely fucking ridiculous. Now, despite these two being my favorite roguelikes because of that reason, I also enjoy others. But there's some I enjoy more than others, obviously, as I just stated. The others I enjoy are kind of ones where there is an end, like I would say Enter the Gungeon. Enter the Gungeon I really enjoy because of how much variety it has. And you could kind of get OP, but it's not infinite. But you can get definitely a big level of strength. And I'm a sucker for power, but in general, the roguelikes where you keep going, where it just becomes a massive grind fest, and you're just playing to grind out every little stat you can for the next run to try and make it a little bit further or maybe learn the game more. Those are kind of low on the list. I still do enjoy them. I enjoy all roguelikes, but those are really low on the list. And I would say the middle ground of this is Dead Cells. Dead Cells, in my opinion, is the one I probably enjoy, decently, but it's of that genre where you're not ridiculous. Dead Cells is meant to be hard, as is Risk of Rain 2 and Isaac, But in Dead Cells, you can't really get ridiculous. You can in very select circumstances if you're very knowledgeable and know how to, manipulate the system and get what you need. But in general, Dead Cells is going to kick your fucking ass. Now, oh god, again, I didn't know I'd be talking about what I'm talking about. I was literally just going to think like, okay, I'm going to say I'm going to play Risk of Rain 2 in the update. I'm going to play Isaac and the new update coming out, spoiler alert, and, that's it, that's the video, but let's keep going. So, Risk of Rain 2, the anniversary update comes out tomorrow. What does that mean? It's been, I believe, a year since the game has come out, or maybe 2 years, actually. No, I'm pretty sure it's been 2 years now, actually. I really like this game. I like this game so much, I've gotten every single item and achievement in this game, every unlockable, everything. I've gotten everything. I can prove it on Steam. I'm not going to do that now. But if you watch my stream on twitch.tv/Tecnics channel, or my YouTube, which hopefully you're on right now, I don't know where else this would be, you can see in my Risk of Rain stuff that I have in fact gotten everything. Now, this new update is going to draw me back to the game. I've taken a break from the game because, in my opinion, it did things pretty decently well, but not certain things decently well, as they were in Risk of Rain 1. Now, will these things get fixed in the update? No. Is that what I want to talk about? No. But am I bringing it up now? Yes. So let me talk about it. So basically, the thing I loved about Risk of Rain 1 was most of the items, at least from what I can remember, were actually really fucking good. Risk of Rain 2 has a lot of great items, but some of the items are absolutely ass and have no relevance, especially the high tier items. A lot of the high tier items, which in Risk of Rain are red tier, were really, really good in 1. Most of the red items are pretty good. A select handful of them are OP, and some of them are pretty decently ass, and I don't like that. I don't like how they're ass. Now, there's no changing around that. I guess they have to include, filler items that are ass, or very niche, but I feel like there's just some items that, some high tier red items that are just ass on every character. They're not niche, they're just ass. I'm looking at you, Desk Plant. But in general, I do love the game. Now, this anniversary update, like I said, is going to add new stuff. It's basically to balance the game out. It's adding a new survivor, which was from 1, which is recycled content, but that's okay, because the way Risk of Rain 2 does it, it's very good. And I'm going to play it on stream for probably a couple hours, play it off stream for probably a couple more, play it on and off stream, I don't know, mostly probably off, but who knows. And I'm going to unlock every single fucking item and every single fucking skin, because the hardest thing to do in this game was the Mercenary Challenge, and those of you who know, you know what that is. But in general, yeah, I'm going to go back to Risk of Rain 1. It's coming out tomorrow. I'm going to play it. I'm going to be probably very happy. I really do enjoy the game, so look out for that if you want to see some pro Risk of Rain 2 gameplay with the new anniversary update. So now, moving on to Isaac. I don't have a picture for it because I'm too fucking lazy, but Isaac, one of my beloved roguelikes, the one I have the most hours in. The one I have actually, let me check for you guys, because I've been playing it. I actually haven't unlocked everything in this game because it's so fucking massive. I've put 801 hours into this game, and I've unlocked 383 out of the 403 achievements. Now, for those of you who don't know, Isaac is a very old game. Risk of Rain 1 is decently old, Risk of Rain 2 is decently new. The Binding of Isaac was around when I was in middle school. To put that in perspective, I'm almost 23 right now. I'm a fucking old man. But I remember it was out when I was in middle school, and I wanted to play it so badly, but I could never get on a computer to do it. And then when I finally got my own PC, I insta-bought that shit, because I was like, I know this. I know I like this game. I don't know how I knew, I just knew. But in general, I really, really did enjoy the game, and eventually what they did, which I believe all fucking games should fucking do, much like League of Legends, is they simply improved and added on to the game. They added new modes, new characters, new items, new achievements, new challenges, new everything. Mod support, quality of life changes, system changes, everything you could think of. For a game that is this old, if you look at the original Binding of Isaac, and if you look at the remade one, Rebirth, which is just, updated graphics, new stuff, not a new game, a refurbished original Isaac, but better, you're going to see that there's similarities. You could tell, yeah, that's Isaac, the original Isaac is Isaac, and the Rebirth one is also Isaac, just better looking and more updated for common time. It's not a new game. And as such, they didn't charge you for a new game. And the thing I love about Isaac and Risk of Rain 2 is, for Risk of Rain 2 especially, all the updates were free. And this is the last free update, and I will gladly give my money for a paid update, because the scope of the next update for Risk of Rain 2, going back to it even though I said I was done, is massive. It is absolutely fucking massive. Like, the scope of Risk of Rain 2, the next update, is supposed to be 3 usual updates of what we usually got. And it's paid for, which I'm glad to support them, and they're great company, which is very small, by the way. But anyway, regardless, back to Isaac, which is a similar point I'm making, which is the fact that Isaac is very cheap. For 801 hours, this game has probably cost me maybe $30-$40 with all the DLC. And again, I'm fine with DLC, I'm fine paying for content, but I feel as if developers, Destiny Bungie, kind of think like, oh, okay, we need to make a new game and reinvent the wheel, and then, they break the wheel, and it's terrible, and they have to take time to fix it. Whereas games like League of Legends, Apex Legends, Fortnite, and, Isaac, they just take the original game, and they just either change it a little bit or keep adding on to it, but not in huge ways to justify making a whole new game out of it. Because I remember what people said when Destiny 2 came out. It's Destiny 1.5. Why? It looked the same. And just because it looks the same, maybe it doesn't play the same, but it pretty much played the same. Like, come on. Destiny 2 is basically Destiny 1.5 with a little bit of a new system added in. Now, because of that, they kind of ruined Destiny 2 at the beginning. It was pretty ass, and then they fixed it, as with all, Bungie's nonsense with that game. It's the yearly cycle of Destiny is going to be ass at the beginning of the year, fixed by the end, and then broken again. And they constantly do it every year. It's like a cyclical fucking never-ending insane cycle, and it still is going on, I feel like. But anyway, Isaac. Isaac is very cheap, and, all its stuff is paid for, but that's fine. I'm glad to pay for it. It's not expensive at all. And for the amount you get from it, it is absolutely insane. Now, from what I remember, and, a lot of things I can tout Isaac for, but this is one of the things that really surprised me. This update for Isaac is, quote-unquote the last update, even though that's been said already a couple times, and I'm glad it wasn't true. I'm actually glad I was lied to, and it wasn't true, that the Isaac updates were not the last ones, even though they said they were. What the creator of Isaac did, Edmund McMillan, I fucking butchered his name a little bit, Edmund McMillan. I actually did college reports on him, and those went great. I don't know why I said that, but he decided there's great mod support for Isaac. The Isaac modded community is really, really fucking strong and really good. Same for Risk of Rain. I don't want to take that away from either one. The Isaac mod community basically made what I would like to say is a game's level worth of expansion to Isaac as a mod. And Edmund saw this, saw the community liked it so much that he got it, decided, okay, because there's obviously people who don't mess with mods and don't, add mods to the game, even though it's very easy and not harmful at all in the case of Isaac and Steam. He saw this and said, okay, I'm going to add all of this content into the actual game because it's so good, and I'm going to add even more to it to improve it. This man deserves to be fucking kissed. Not by me, but by someone. Hopefully his wife. I know he has a wife because he got a child. So, I don't know. It's just so amazing to me to see such great community support for a great game that has lasted through the years. I don't understand why more games do this. Call of Duty. Where they just stay on one thing. Zombies. And, they just improve it for longer periods of time. Because obviously the interest is there. Look at Isaac, look at Risk of Rain 2. These games have endured and prospered, I would say. Great communities, great mod support, great model. Like, I've never felt wronged by these games. I've constantly felt wronged by Call of Duty and Destiny. In fact, I fucking hate Destiny. I'm never going to go back to that shit. Call of Duty has me, but they're slowly, angering me, as in all the other Chris Allen recaps. It's not a Chris Allen recap if Call of Duty Zombies doesn't get mentioned. But, they anger me with how much they bullshit us in Zombies. And, I don't know. I'm just really excited for Isaac. Isaac, basically adding the same thing Risk of Rain 2 is doing. They're adding, even more, actually. They're adding, a whole ass fucking mod that is basically a game's level worth of expansion and then some. And they're updating the way the characters look, the way the systems work, a lot of useless items to make them useful. Like, yo, it is fucking insanely good. Now, I'll admit, it's a little staggered. The release is a little delayed. Binding of Isaac Repentance release date. It is on March 31st, so literally at the bare ass end of this month, aka in 1 week from today. So we're getting Risk of Rain tomorrow, the update tomorrow. I'm going to play the shit out of that. Remember, watch it at twitch.tv/Tecnics channel. And then next week from today, so by the time Risk of Rain update comes out, 6 days, we will have the Isaac DLC, which I will hopefully stream. Well, I know I'm going to stream it, but hopefully I'll get most of it on stream, because I do like to play games off stream. And I will try and max that shit out. I don't know if I'll ever max out Isaac, because God, that shit is hard. Like, I don't even know what I have left, and that's the hard part about it. Risk of Rain 2, it's very easy to see what you have left and know what to do. Isaac, it's a little hard. I mean, it's not hard, I'm just lazy, but regardless. Both these games getting updates are great games, and you should watch me play them because I'm really good at them. I'm not going to waste any more time. I hope you found this enlightening, even though I didn't really say too much. If not, entertaining, and I'm out of here. I hope you guys will enjoy. And watch me on Twitch, please. Twitch.tv/Tecnics channel.